Has it been a while? Spending a lot of Friday nights on the couch watching Frasier reruns? We get it. Everyone needs some alone time. But for the sake of your health, it might be time to get back in the game. This is what happens to your body when you stop having sex, and it's not all as pleasant as developing a bad TV habit. Sweet dreams. Kind of. Like a hormonally charged teenage boy, women who aren't having sex regularly will find that their body will remind them what they're missing in their sleep. This will especially happen if your sex life is not only at a standstill, but you've also given up on, going solo. Many women don't recall if they've ever had a wet dream, but as dreams go, it's not unusual to forget them. And studying the matter is easier said than done. Researchers had it easy when they were studying the phenomenon in men. Men, after all, have visible physical proof. With women, it's much more complex. Dr. Debbie Herbenick, a research fellow at the Kinsey Institute and a certified sexuality educator, reported on research assessing female arousal during their sleep. Without visible evidence, they had to measure heart rate, do brain scans, and watch for temperature jumps near the clitoris. This proved challenging, and the results were inconclusive. But future research confirmed that women did experience increased blood flow to their genitals during REM sleep, just like men do. It was later revealed in a study reported by Broadly that 37% of women will have a wet dream before the age of 45, and that they're most common in women between the ages of 40 and 50. So if it's been a while since you've gotten lucky, maybe you can expect these little presents to find their way into your subconscious. Stressed without sex. According to Psychology Today, the endorphins released during sex is an instant mood booster and stress reliever. So when you've gone a while without any nookie, your stress levels are likely to build. If it wasn't bad enough, decreased sex might also be contributing to increased blood pressure. A study in biological psychology determined that those who had sex over a 2-week period had significantly lower blood pressure levels than those who were without sex. It gets worse. They were even significantly lower than those who masturbated or participated in any sexual activity that excluded intercourse. Ouch. Something that even self-love can't fix. Immunity down. Sex has its benefits, yes, but is it possible that having it, or not having it, impacts your immunity? According to the Mayo Clinic, each time a man or woman is aroused, the dihydroepiandrosterone, or DHEA, hormone is released. This hormone gives your immune system a bit of a boost, helping your body to fight against bacteria, viruses, and other pretty nasty germs. One caveat: an orgasm is required to actually reap the benefits. So come cold and flu season, better put your guy or gal to work.
Oh God.
I'll have what she's having.
Down in the dumps. Semen is the new antidepressant. Sounds like a pickup line, right? But there's actually research to back it up. Psychology Today reported on a study in which 293 SUNY Albany female students were surveyed on their sex habits. They then gave the same women the Beck Depression Inventory to determine their moods and level of depression. Turns out, those who were having sex without a condom were significantly less depressed than those who were using condoms or not having sex at all. When the mood-elevating compounds found in semen are absorbed by the vaginal walls, they can literally cheer a woman up. But maybe keep that one on the DL. No reason to give men more reasons to skip carrying a condom than they already have. You lose your sex drive. While the phrase "use it or lose it" comes to mind, women don't actually lose anything they can't get back, at least while we're still in our baby-making years. Naturally, it makes sense for a woman's body to stop seeking out the feelings associated with orgasms when she hasn't had one in a while. According to an article in Prevention, the body simply adjusts to not being given those feelings. If you aren't too keen on losing your sex drive for even a short period of time, this is one case where masturbation should do the trick. Sex therapist Holly Richmond, who has a PhD in somatic psychology, said, "People who are comfortable masturbating tend to be more thoughtful and giving lovers." And this is one case where women have the, upper hand.
I have no hand at all. She has the hand, I have no hand.
Hand me that, would you?
You see, men actually can lose it if they don't use it. WebMD reported on a study in the American Journal of Medicine that showed when a man doesn't, exercise for an extended period of time, he's more likely to develop erectile dysfunction. The reason for this is that sex helps to protect blood vessels and nerve fibers that are necessary for men to have an erection. 1 point for men, 2 points for women. Your vaginal walls weaken. An article in Reader's Digest has some bad news for us after the age of 50. It seems that if we aren't having intercourse regularly, women risk not feeling any pleasure. What's worse, the vaginal walls will get thin and weaken to the point of tearing while entering menopause, making sex extremely painful. The best way to prevent this from happening is to, well, keep doing the nasty well into retirement. As Dr. Stryker told Reader's Digest, older women who are not having intercourse are more likely to have thinning and drying of the tissues. A big part of this is blood flow, and we know increased activity increases blood flow. Decreased pleasure, weakened vaginal walls? It's enough to send anybody running for the sheets. And don't let age stop you. Gynecologist Dr. Barb Dupree told Prevention, "I have a 75-year-old patient who has sex 2 or 3 times a week. This just proves that you're never too old to get your freak on." You gain weight. Who needs SoulCycle when you have sex? Woman's Day published the average number of calories people will burn during some basic foreplay. Apparently, participating in some light kissing only burns about 68 calories per hour, but turn up the heat a bit and you can burn around 476 calories making out in the same amount of time. Why such a big difference? The anticipation of these kisses, leading to more than just heavy petting, causes us to breathe heavier, resulting in more calories burned. But wait, there's more. A sensual massage burns 80 calories in just an hour, but different acts of foreplay can increase the calorie burn all the way up to 200. And then, of course, the sex itself will burn at least 144 calories in a half hour, but that's just baseline. Change positions, make some acrobatic moves, and you will burn significantly more. So carry the 1, multiply times 3, and you could be burning 1,200 calories a week. Or rather, this is how many calories you aren't burning when you're sexless. Oh, that's why we need SoulCycle. You won't contract an STI, most likely. After all this bad news, let's end this on a high note, sort of. When you abstain from sex, you don't have to worry about STIs. Well, mostly. Yes, abstaining from sex is the only way to be sure you won't get HIV. However, many people don't know that you can catch some infections through practically any form of sexual contact. That's right, you can get herpes from simply making out with someone. The Huffington Post makes a hilarious but true statement about getting a sexually transmitted infection without having sex, saying, "Even grandma kissing you at Christmas might pass on cold sores, a herpes virus." So while you can certainly worry less about STIs when you're not having sex, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't have to worry about them at all. At least the whole pregnancy scare is certainly off the table. See, you knew there'd be a silver lining.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.